I have no preference with cats and dogs because I have cats, but I would love to get a dog. And I actually really wanted to get a dog first. Sounds awful, but I do love my cats now.
I've always had dogs around growing up, and I'm allergic to cats, so it'd have to be a dog.
Dog.
Well, usually I would say dogs, but we adopted a cat because it just didn't want to leave our house. So now I feel like I should say cats, really.
I prefer dogs. I've got 2 of them.
I think my favourite out of beer and bubbly would be bubbly.
I definitely prefer bubbly.
Beer instead of bubbly.
Bubbly.
Neither. Spirit.
I used to be Miss 60, but now I'm most definitely Top Shop.
Top Shop.
Top shop. Top shop.
Miss 60.
If I was given £1,000, I'm a bit of a hoarder. I would probably hoard it and save it for a rainy day.
If I was given £1,000, I would go and buy myself a laptop. I'd go and buy a Cartier watch, and I'd buy a nice gold ring to go with the watch. Let's say that I've got time off. I would spend it on a holiday.
If I was given £1,000, I would spend it on shoes and shopping.
PJs or negligees, right, okay, that's a difficult one. Negligees when it's hot, PJs when it's cold.
PJs, definitely. I go for comfort.
I'm a PJs girl. Depends what kind of mood I'm in. PJs.
PGs.
Neither tattoo or piercings.
Out of the two, I prefer the tattoos because they are painful but not as bad as having a piercing. I'm so scared of anything that pierces my skin.
Tattoos.
Tattoos, I'm covered in them.
Well, I haven't got any tattoos, so I suppose I'll have to say piercings.
Change or stability? I'm a bit of a control freak. So I do freak out when there's a bit of change, but then if I get too stable with the way things are, I want to change. I'm not normal.
Stability.
I like change, but I like to feel stable.
I like change.
We have a job where every day is different and it's never the same, never gets boring. It's just like a big adventure, really. It goes so fast. So we just really love it.
It's just like you're getting to live your dreams. You're getting to do something different every day, meet different people, go different places and just do exciting things just that I've always wanted to do.
You get to see your fans every day and sing and dance and perform live, and I mean, we all just absolutely love that. And I love the fact that every day is different and we never really know what we're going to be doing really each day. So that's good.
I'm a sun and beach type of a holiday person. That's better. Sun and beach.
The sun and the beach.
Come on, sun on the beach.
Sun and beach, definitely.
Horror or comedy, they're my 2 favourite types of films actually. It's either horror or comedy, so I'd have to say both.
Comedy.
Comedy. Really comedy rather than horror.
Definitely comedy. I don't like horror films, they're scary.
One of the most embarrassing moments I've ever had was when I was at school, and I was at that kind of teenage age where you really do care how you look, like in school. And I went to sit down in the big canteen where everybody was sat round. I went to sit down on this chair to eat my dinner, and as I turned away for a second, someone took the chair and sat on it. So I fell flat on the floor, and I've never felt so embarrassed in my whole life. If you imagine, I was at that kind of age as well, like 15. It's devastating, and I had to just laugh and pretend it was fine. It was horrible.
I've got 3 brothers and a sister, so we were always up to something. But I remember having a little teddy bear called Teddy Ruxpin. He was actually my little brother's, but I used to pinch it and it used to talk and tell you stories. And it was like it was real.
When I was 6, I was absolutely crazy about Tiffany and that song, I Think We're Alone Now. And they even played it in the hospital for me when I was having my tonsils out on the hospital radio, and they dedicated it to me. And it came out again when I was older, and we made up a dance to it, me and my friends in the nightclub, and we used to get up on the stage and get everyone doing the little dance.
I like phoning because you can, sometimes you can misinterpret people on their text messages.
I definitely prefer to text. Sometimes I just can't be bothered ringing.
I'm a texter Dexter.
I prefer to speak on the phone as to text.
I think I'm a texter.
I think I'm a bit of a rock chick at heart.
Pop.
Pop.
Pop. Rocky pop.
Things that I miss. I miss not being home all the time.
I miss everything about my hometown, but especially miss my family and my 2 little dogs and just everything, just knowing where you're going, knowing familiar faces, knowing, oh, my friend just works in there, or just those type of little things.
Well, when I got into Girls Aloud, I was in the middle of doing a degree, so I would probably have finished that, and then I would probably still be auditioning to try and get in a band or just in musicals or just be singing somehow.
When we first got paid for being in the band, I didn't know how money had gone into the account, and I just went to the bank one day and like just checked the balance, and the balance was like this mad number on the screen, and I think I just stood there for about 10 minutes and was like, oh, and because I was like 16, you know, I was just a baby, and then I was all of a sudden I seen these big numbers on me cash machine screen, and I was like, oh my goodness. I was kind of mumbling to myself. My boyfriend was in the car and he was like, Nicola, I'm sure you were talking to yourself for a minute there. I was like, probably.
That's a difficult one, Ben & Jerry's or Haagen-Dazs. It's too hard to choose.
Haagen-Dazs.
You can't give me that option. I love Ben & Jerry's and I love Haagen-Dazs. I'll just mix them together in a big bowl and just wolf them down.
Haagen-Dazs. I've got a bit of a soft spot for pralines and cream. It's bad.
Haagen-Dazs.
Madonna is the best. She wins over Kylie. Hands up, sorry.
Kylie for me.
I think I'm more of a Kylie fan than a Madonna fan.
Madonna.
Kylie.
My all-time female idol would be Madonna. I just aspired to, I just loved her get up and go, and she wasn't afraid to say anything, and she was just so in your face. And I just really loved, she just has this charisma about her that I really admire.
I think one of my biggest idols at the moment, and has been for a few years, is probably Beyonce, because I just think that she looks amazing. She's so talented, she's got an amazing voice, she's a fantastic dancer, and she produces and she acts. So I think she's just a really big inspiration really to me as a performer.
Italian or French? No, I prefer Spanish. I'm learning Spanish.
Well, I just went to Italy on holiday and it was absolutely gorgeous, so I'm going to say Italy.
Italian.
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 I have got a pair of Jimmy Choos, so I'll have to go with Jimmy Choos.
Jimmy Choos.
Milano Blahniks.
Jimmy Choo shoes.
Jimmy Choos.
Live or recorded? Live, definitely.
I prefer live.
I prefer live, much prefer live.
Live.
I think I prefer live.
Best moment was touring. That was just the best. Everybody can't wait till the tour dates go back into the diary, so we can start looking forward to that.
I think we've all got our own kind of roles in the group, definitely, but some of them are not as obvious as others. Like, I think everybody would say that I'm kind of like the organising kind of one, the geek that kind of knows what's going on and sorts all that kind of thing out.
We're quite sad, really. Like a bunch of geeks, yeah. We spend too much time outside of work, probably. We go out nightclubbing together and stuff because we've only really got each other down here. We're all from up north and we live in London.
My favourite thing within doing the job is definitely touring. Really was amazing because you get to see the people who are buying your records and people who support the band, who you don't really get to see that often. So you get to see them all there and see their faces, and it's just definitely the best thing.
In fact, there was something different about every night of the tour and the crowds. You never knew what to expect. There were different crowds all the time, which was great.
Some of the best reactions we got, I think, was Glasgow, Newcastle, and funnily enough, because we were thinking it was going to be all the northern places that were going to be the most mad crowds, but Hammersmith was amazing. It was unbelievable. We were so shocked. We was expecting everybody to be a bit like quiet and just kind of watch because it's a London crowd, but they were brilliant, so that was quite nice.
My favourite venue was in Belfast, which is the closest to my hometown, is what I got. And all my family were there.
I love performing, and that is by far the best part of this job.